My daughter-in-law tried to kick me out, so I bought the house across the street. They say revenge is best served cold, but mine came with champagne, silk curtains, and a penthouse view. I'm Eleanor, 68, widow, retired teacher. For years, I lived quietly with my son, Mark, and his wife, Vanessa. I paid for that house, every brick of it. But when Vanessa's parents came to visit, she suddenly turned into royalty. That morning, she barged into my room, eyes blazing. "Either give up your room for my parents," she snapped, "or get out." I smiled. "Of course, dear," I said softly. But inside, I was already planning her lesson in humility. You see, Vanessa thought I was just a lonely old woman with fading savings and no options. What she didn't know was that when my husband died, he left me a quiet little fortune. Investments that grew while she was busy buying handbags. So, I packed my bags that same evening, kissed my grandson goodbye, and walked out without a word. For weeks, they didn't hear from me. Mark called. Vanessa didn't bother. She probably thought she'd finally gotten rid of me. Then came the shock. Across the street from their house stood the Parkview Towers, the most luxurious apartment complex in the city. Units sold for millions. And on a bright Friday morning, a black Bentley rolled up to its entrance. And out stepped me. Draped in cream silk, sunglasses perched, I handed the keys to the valet and walked into the lobby. From their window, Vanessa froze. My new apartment was directly across from theirs. That evening, as she and her parents were having dinner, she looked up, and there I was, standing by my massive glass window, holding a glass of red wine. I smiled and waved. Her fork dropped. But the real twist, that apartment wasn't just a new home. It was theirs. The Parkview Towers project was owned by my late husband's company, which I now controlled. And when the developer reached out months ago about expanding, I secretly bought the unit across from my old house, knowing my son's wife's precious parents had just put down a deposit for one on the next floor. A week later, Vanessa received a notice. Ownership dispute. Property title retracted pending review. Her in-laws' dream home. Gone. When my son came to see me, I poured him tea and said gently, "Never forget who built the roof you live under." Vanessa never yelled again. In fact, she waved politely every morning from their balcony. And me? I sipped my coffee, watching them from across the street. Not with bitterness, but with quiet satisfaction. Because sometimes, the best revenge isn't anger. It's success. Seen from your window. Never underestimate a woman who's been silent for too long. Her quiet often hides her power. If you loved this twisty tale of sweet revenge, hit subscribe right now. More shocking stories are coming your way. Stories that prove one thing: karma never forgets an address.